Cambridge IGCSE Biology 0610, Chapter 1, Topic 1.3 Features of Organisms. And this is the part 2 of 1.3. In the part 1, we had discussed the main features of the 5 kingdoms. And in this part 2, we are going to study about the main features of the groups that are present within the animal kingdom. And this part would only be about one of that group, and that group is known as the vertebrates. The animals that are present within the vertebrates are mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fishes. So first of all, let us have some features that are present in all vertebrates. Like if we are talking about fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals, so all of these vertebrates have some common features, such as all of the vertebrates have a vertebral column that is also known as the backbone. They all have their skeleton covered by the skin. So their skeleton is present inside, known as the endoskeleton, or you can also say internal skeleton. These two are the main features that are present in all of these 5 groups of the vertebrates. Now if we talk about each of these group of vertebrates, so here we are with different features such as the skin, about their reproduction, then about their either they are cold-blooded or warm-blooded. So let us start with the skin. Fishes have scales present on their skin. Amphibians don't have any kind of scale present, and their skin is very thin and moist. Just like the fishes, reptiles also have the scales present, but the skin of reptile is very hard. Birds have feathery skin, they have feathers present on the skin. Mammals have hair or fur present on the skin, just like here in the diagram. You can also see that the fishes, they have scales present on their skin, but amphibians don't have any scale present. Just like the fishes, reptiles also have scaly skin, and birds have their body covered with the feathers. Mammals have hair present on the skin, they have fur present on the skin. So the very first feature is about the skin. Second feature is about their reproduction. Related to reproduction, we will be talking about their method of reproduction, such as the fishes, they lay eggs, amphibians, reptiles, and birds. All these 4 vertebrates, they lay eggs. Amphibians and fishes, they lay eggs in the water. Amphibians and fishes have this similarity, but reptiles and birds have their eggs on the land. Mammals, they give birth to the live young ones. Now if we specifically talk about the shelled eggs, so this is present only in reptiles and birds. Reptiles have soft shelled eggs, birds have hard shelled eggs. A shell is the outermost protective covering that is present above the egg to protect the egg from the predator. Reptiles have this shell very soft, birds have hard shelled egg. But there is no shell present in amphibians. The reptiles both have their eggs just like the jelly covered eggs. Just like here you can see in the very first diagram, these are jelly covered eggs, jelly like eggs. There is no shell present above. But the second diagram, these are soft shelled eggs that are present in reptiles, and these are hard shelled eggs that are present in the birds. So this is about their method of reproduction, and then either they have shells or not, and if they have shell, then either is it soft shelled or hard shelled eggs. If we talk about the next feature, that is about their blood. Either it can be cold-blooded or warm-blooded. Cold-blooded organisms are those that cannot maintain their body temperature. Warm-blooded organisms are those that can maintain their body temperature. For example, if we talk about the human beings have a normal body temperature that is 37 degrees Celsius. If temperature goes above, let's say it is now 40 degrees Celsius, so in that case our body will start producing sweat, and that production of the sweat will keep the temperature of the body to the normal body temperature. So in this way, mammals and birds, they can maintain their body temperature, so they are warm-blooded organisms, warm-blooded vertebrates. But fishes, amphibians, and reptiles, they cannot maintain their body temperature, so these are cold-blooded vertebrates. Talking about the gas exchange, that is about the inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. Fishes have gills to perform that gas exchange process. Amphibians have gills as well as the lungs. Amphibians have 2 stages life cycle. 2 stages life cycle mean that one part of their life amphibians have gills present, and that part of their life is known as the larva stage or tadpole stage. This is the stage when amphibian is newly burned. The newly burned amphibian is known as the larva or tadpole, and when it is burned, it would have the gills. And when that tadpole become adult, it would have the lungs present for that gas exchange process. Reptiles, birds, and mammals, all these 3 vertebrates have lungs present for gas exchange. 2 stages life cycle is only present in amphibians. All other 4 vertebrates have only 1 stages life cycle. Talking about the circulatory system, fishes have single circulatory system. Single circulatory system means that they consist of only 1 atria and there is only one ventricle. Such kind of circulatory system is known as single circulatory system. Talking about the amphibians, they have incomplete circulatory system, and in that incomplete circulatory system there are two atria present with one ventricle only. So such kind of circulatory system is known as incomplete circulatory system. Reptiles, birds and mammals, all of these are having double circulatory system, and double circulatory system means that there are two atria present as well as there are two ventricles present. So this is about the circulatory system of all these five vertebrates. Talking about the external ear is also known as the pinna. Just like in this diagram here, you can see that this is the external ear that is present out there. So this external ear present only in the mammals. In any of other vertebrate, there isn't any external ear present. Talking about the beaks are present only in the birds. Here you can see that they have the beaks, but there isn't any other vertebrate having the beak. Wings are also present in the birds. Along with the birds, mammals also have the wings, and the only mammal that have the wing, that is known as the bats. Here you can see that diagram. Bats having lungs for gas exchange. Bats also give birth to the live young ones. Bats are also the warm-blooded organisms. So these three feature, warm-blooded, having lungs present, giving birth to the live young ones, is the characteristic of bats. So that's a mammal, and that bat also have the wings present. So the only mammal having the wings is known as the bats. Mammary glands, with the help of which mammals they produce the milk and they feed their young ones with that milk, is only present in the mammals. Also bats also having the mammary glands. Sweat glands to maintain their body temperature, to produce the sweat, that is also present in the mammals. Habitat is the natural living space. For fishes, that natural living place is aquatic, which means that they live within the water, they live inside the water. Amphibians, since amphibians are of two stages life cycle, their tadpole, their newly born amphibian, lives in the water, so that is aquatic, and when that tadpole becomes adult, it moves to the land. That land is known as terrestrial habitat. For reptiles, birds, mammals, all of these are terrestrial, but mammals also are aquatic, such as the dolphin. A dolphin is an example of mammal. Dolphin lives inside the water. It also have the lungs present. It also give birth to the live young ones. It is a warm-blooded mammal. So due to all of these characteristics, that dolphin is known as a mammal. Fins are the structure that is used for the movement, and these fins are only present in the fishes, not in any other group of vertebrates. So these are some of the main features that we use to distinguish among the vertebrates, and also use to find out the similarities present between these vertebrates. So here you can also find out all the images that are present there. Here you can see that fins are only present in the fishes, not in any other group of vertebrate. Beaks and feathers only in the birds. Hairy skin, fur present on the skin, external ear are only present in the mammals. So with the help of all of these main features of vertebrates, you can easily identify the similarities and differences among these. Let's do some of the questions that are there. The diagram shows a ground squirrel. Which feature identifies this animal as a mammal? Mammal have some of the main characteristic. If we talk about the appearance of an organism, so here you can see that it has an external ear present. Also it has fur, hair present on its skin. Talking about the option A is the eye. Eye is not the option with the help of which we are saying it is a mammal. Four limbs also not, but yes, fur is one of the option on the basis of which we are saying this animal is a mammal. Another question says, an animal can swim, it has a backbone and produces milk. Which group does this animal belongs to? So production of the milk is done with the help of the mammary glands. That is what we have already discussed while discussing the main feature. So mammary glands are the glands that produces the milk, and with the help of that milk, mammal, they feed their young ones. So that is the mammals, because only mammals have mammary glands and they produces the milk. The table shows some features of different animals. Which animal is a reptile? Wings were only in mammals as well as in the birds. So it must be a cross, because reptile don't have the wings. Reptiles also don't have hair present. Hair are only present on the skin of the mammals. But yes, scales are present there. So option A is the correct one out there, because wings and hairs are not present in the reptile. They have scaly skin. Theory question is there. We are given with a photograph of a fish, that is in figure 1.1. Here you can see that a fish is there, and in figure 1.2 we are given with an amphibian, and this is an amphibian in figure 1.2. Question that they are asking is, state two visible features that distinguish the fish from amphibian, and given in figure 1.1 and in 1.2. So in 1.1, the fishes that are present there have fins present, but amphibians don't have the fins present. So let us write it down there. Fishes have skin, fishes have fins. Amphibians don't have the fin. Other feature that we can also write out there is fishes have scales present on their skin, but amphibians don't have the scale present on the skin. So fishes have scaly skin. Amphibians don't have scale present on their skin. So for 2 marks, these 2 points would be enough. Fishes, amphibians, mammals are all vertebrates group. State the name of one other vertebrate group. Reptiles or birds, because these are the only 5 groups of the vertebrates. You can either write one of these because it is a 1 marks question. Another question is there. We are provided with a photograph in which an organism that is known as koala is present there in figure 5.1. State one feature visible in figure 5.1 that could be used to identify the koala as a mammal. So mammals having fur present on their skin, mammals having external ear also there. So let us write there external ear, or we can also write that fur is present on their skin. It has hairy skin. So these are some of the main features that we had discussed about the vertebrates, and theory as well as MCQs question will give you an idea that after getting the concept how you are going to be asked in the form of theory and MCQs question. Thanks for watching the video.